Welcome to the Moon Show. Fueled by F3.
Canaan Kawaihae. I'm fighting out of Las Vegas and representing Kailua, Hawaii, United States. Tonight I'll be fighting Chris Mecate. I know he's a strong wrestler, so I'd love to test how strong his wrestling is, see if I can get the best of him at some wrestling, maybe some grappling, and I ain't afraid to stand up and bang either. Tonight I see myself getting the victory by maybe he might get desperate and take a desperate shot and leave his neck exposed, leave his chin exposed. So, any small crack I see, I'm gonna hop on it and take it, whether it's a knockout or a submission. I'm not greedy, I'm just gonna take whatever I can. He's a tough opponent. We're gonna go out there and have some fun and, let's put on a finish. Let's try to finish each other. To get the win and move on to the finals to be the first featherweight champion for the UFL, would be a great accomplishment, would be a very fun time, and it would just be a blessing to be able to do that.
My name is Chris Mecate, fighting out of Highland, California, representing the United States of America. My opponent's tough. He's a tricky southpaw, likes to counter strike, so I believe I have a system of striking on my feet where I could use my strengths to pull out his weaknesses, and then I know if I get on top and I find my positions on top, I'm going to make it a vicious fight. After I win this fight and I go into the finals and win the belt, I feel good about it, being the first champ at 145 in the featherweight division, and it's just another step in the process towards my mixed martial arts career. Getting off of, the ref pulled me off my opponent with a lot of blood, and me standing up, getting my hand raised.
So there we have it. Those are the two fighters that will vie it out to see who will move forward in December 16th for that UFL featherweight belt. Kawaihae versus Mecate next. Let's welcome these fighters to the cage. And here comes Chris Mecate. Frank, 6-1 is his record, 30 years of age, but his last performance was in this arena. He took on the one, the only, Jose Delgado. Jose Delgado, the hometown fighter as well. Everybody was looking towards him, and Chris Mecate showed exactly why he is such a tough opponent and so difficult to beat. That wrestling background, that pedigree, tough as they come as well, willing to mix it up, take shots to get that connection. I thought it was almost a perfect performance against a very dangerous opponent, but when I spoke to him, he was picking holes left, right, and center, but that's what makes him great, right? That's what makes him an evolving martial artist.
That's always great when you can come back and build and improve upon a win. You sit there and go, okay, I have my victory, but there's certain areas that I need to improve upon, and that really is just going to be a key to his excellence moving forward. Chris does have a phenomenally pain-in-the-ass style to fight against. He's a good wrestler. He's qualified for the NCAA's 4 times, a 2-time All-American. The guy's wrestling foundation is sound, and he uses it very well inside the cage. Some guys have a higher pedigree of wrestling than he does, but it doesn't translate as well when they start fighting. His ability to fight and wrestle together and combine it translates extremely well.
He's also a teacher, Frank, and he says that makes me accountable. He says, because if I tell my students to do something and they see me in the cage like quitting or not putting the work in, or bending to certain pressures that he pushes them through, he says it's the best form of accountability, because I have to go back into that classroom and they have to look up to me whether I win or whether I lose because of how I hold myself, how I carry myself. It's a phenomenal mindset.
That is very impressive, and he has it exactly right. The character is the most important thing you can have and display, and be an example to those kids. And we are all good at letting ourselves down. Much harder to go ahead and let down the young group.
So next, let's welcome his next opponent. And here he comes, proudly holding that Hawaiian flag high. our thoughts and prayers go out to all the people there down in Hawaii who was affected by the natural disasters that have happened down there, and he will be looking to represent and do his home state proud as he makes the walk to the cage. And let's look at this guy. We talk about the puzzle that is Chris Mecate. This guy is a great puzzle. You look at him try and find holes in his game. He is a fantastic striker, loose, fluid. He showed that with that amazing quick KO over Hudson Okane in his last fight. But he is a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Yes. He is not scared to be on his back. And in fact, when I talked about the wrestling of Chris Mecate, there was a little glint in his eye. It's like, put me on my back. Let me show you what I can do. You've been there, right? You know that. Like, come into my guard. It's a dangerous place to be.
That's something that, like, a lot of guys aren't comfortable fighting off their back. It's a bad place typically in sports to be, but when you have that base in wrestling and jiu-jitsu, we talked about Mecate's ability to translate his wrestling over into fighting. Well, again, Canaan's done a phenomenal job of translating his jiu-jitsu over to fighting. He's dangerous in the fight realm also off his back, where a lot of guys with a jiu-jitsu background, not necessarily so. You take him down in the home, if you're not wearing a gi top, you can control and smother the hell out of him and just beat him up. Whereas now, Kawaihae has shown ability to hit submissions fast and powerful, so you've got to be awake. If Mecate takes a shot on him and he's not paying attention, he doesn't line up or control the hips properly, he can end up being a finish caught in a choke.
That is exactly what, in the interview, Kawaihae said. He said, look, there could be a point where he gets desperate. He said, desperation opens up opportunities, and those are the ones he'll be looking to capitalize on. And when you look at his record, 8 wins, 6 of those by finish, 4 are submission, Frank. He's got some beautiful KOs, 2 KOs as well on that record. Loose, long striker, and he has that Hawaiian spirit as well, right?
Well, right now, if you had to say pick a guy that could beat Mecate, I would pick a guy like Kawaihae. Hey, the better striker possibly, and maybe better off his back if he gets put there in wrestling. He has both ends. But then on the flip side, if I say, hey, let's pick a guy who can beat Kawaihae, I'm like, oh, Mecate will wrestle. Let's stuff him down, get him out of striking, and shut down his submissions.
Let's see exactly as it unfolds. Let's hand it to the MC to make it official. Let's announce it now, Michael Vale.
And welcome to Legacy Park here in Mesa, Arizona, where tonight, live on Rumble, we present to you United Fight League 3, an evening of mixed martial arts action. All of tonight's bouts are sponsored by F3 Energy. Let's get the action started. Our next bout is a semifinal in the UFL Featherweight Grand Prix, scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner. He stands 5 feet 9 inches tall, official weight 145.3 pounds. He has a professional record of 6 wins, 1 loss. Fighting out of Highland, California, please welcome Chris Mecate. And now let's welcome his opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner. He stands 6 feet tall, official weight 145.8 pounds. He has a professional record of 8 wins, just 2 losses. Fighting out of Kailua, Hawaii, let's welcome Canaan Kawaihae.
Let's look at the tail of the tape between these two. You'll see their height and reach on the side of Canaan Kawaihae. 8-2 is his record, 6-1 for Mecate. This a featherweight Grand Prix semi-final. Our opening bout on the main card here at UFL 3 here in Mesa, Arizona. Scheduled for 3 5-minute rounds. Let's get this one underway. Kawaihae in the red corner, black shorts. Mecate, grey shorts, blue corner. Off we go, Frank. That height and reach evident from the start. Oh, wow.
Short right hook.
Dropped him down and now looking to capitalize and take his back. This is huge. Kawaihae on the back of Mecate looking for a finish early. Mecate trying to get rid of the legs. The
body triangle. Let's see if Mecate can slip him off.
Oh, this is a black belt in jiu-jitsu on your back early on, less than 30 seconds into the fight. Oh, he's got him. That's it, he's done. Oh, Canaan Kawaihae with the submission finish. Puts Mecate to sleep.
What a display of skills, man. Short right hook, dropped him, took his back, and finished him off.
Wow.
I didn't know who was going to win, but I did not think that either one of them would be able to be that dominant over the other.
Listen,
no way.
We said they are both unique puzzles. They both hold so many skills. But that finish, the short, like you said, to set it up and then to take the back as he did. He has earned himself that spot. He will face Sadiq Muduev. What a fight that is. You think about the grappling of Muduev coming forward.
Well, I mean, really, Muduev gets to see what he's going to look like against a wrestler. I mean, Mecate has a very similar style. Wrestling-based, you know, with striking's attached to it.
Mecate on the stool now, still in shock. Corner now in with him. So look, we're ready for this. Let's make it official. Let's hand it to the one, the only, the voice of the UFL, Michael Vale.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Ryan Brueggemann stops this bout at 30 seconds of round number 1. For your winner by tap out due to a rear naked choke. And he now moves on to the finals of the UFL Featherweight Grand Prix. Canaan Kawaihae.
Takes the victory. That's a first round finish as well. That will earn him an F3 sponsorship for his next camp. And again, go to f3energy.com. You get 50% off your orders with the code UFL3.
If I had to pick a style to beat Mecate, somebody who could beat him in striking, and then if he gets taken down, could do submissions to him. But at the same time, I said, well, if I had to pick a style for you, a guy that could maybe nullify your jiu-jitsu by staying on top, wrestling, take away the striking. That was extremely dominant. I didn't know who was going to win, but I never said that either one would be that dominant with the other. Were you expecting that kind of performance tonight?
100%. I trained very hard for this fight. I put in the work. I put in a lot of work. And, you know, we game planned, stuck to the game plan, came out victorious.
Now, with that victory, you know that your next opponent being Sadiq has a very similar style. Do you think you're going to change the training at all, or it'll be very similar?
We'll do some study and probably keep it similar, honestly. I feel like I'm a great fighter, great style. It's going to be hard to match my style.
Well, your winner, Canaan Kawaihae. And if you can't go, let's sit over here for a second. And this is the next matchup.
So we have our finals. There we go. Canaan Kawaihae versus Sadiq Muduev. Yes! They will go at it December 16th.
We got now another announcement. Green and Harrison, obviously you're hearing about what we're doing with F3. When you get a first round finish, I'll let Harrison Rogers bring you the rest of the good news.
He already's holding it. First round finish. Welcome to the finals. But also, hopefully, a sponsorship from F3 can help you focus on your camp, make the finals a little bit better. But congratulations on the finals, and well done. Thank you, guys.
It was a lot of help. Thank you for the F3. I really appreciate it. Also, one more thing. All glory and honor to God. Thank you very much. And Maui, I hope you guys are doing well back in Maui. We love you and we support you guys all the way from Vegas, Arizona.
Hey, good luck. Thank you, brother.
The people of Maui. And again, we emulate those thoughts and prayers. And this is how he earned that moment, earned that sponsorship, and earned his place in the finals on December 16th. Look at that. There's the tap from Chris Mecate. Oh, amazing stuff there from Kawaihae. He has set himself up for a fight against Sadiq Muduev. But we have this coming up next.